Welcome to the QZ show. We're back. I'm Tails Zavala alongside
Quinn Peplow.
And today we're just talking about football and just like to recap over the news, the draft, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so Tim Tebow has been in the news. He signed back with Jacksonville for a one-year deal. Mateo, is this good for the Jaguars and Tim Tebow?
No, I just think it's just a political thing because I don't think a 33, right?
He is 33. He's about to be 34
I don't
in
think
August.
a 33-year-old man can do that. Like, can play back in the NFL after so many seasons, but it's a good move because he's been playing with his former coach that he played college and absolutely destroyed.
Yeah. As a fan, I actually like this. I like Tim Tebow coming back and redoing his career. Aldon Smith was off for 5 years. He was able to come back and play football with the Cowboys. So was this other fullback in Jacksonville. I forget his name. They signed him as, I think it was Chris Miller. And I believe, you could use Tim Tebow as a utility guy. I feel like they could use him like he's...
He'll be good. He'll be a good flea flicker guy that like...
Yeah, he's going to throw some passes. He's definitely going to
throw some passes. Yeah, because everyone's going to be focused on Trevor Lawrence and James Robinson or...
Trevor Lawrence is no doubt the starter.
Exactly. No, saying like who am I a flea flicker? Like, everyone loves it. Like, there hasn't been any good flea flickers in a while.
Tim Tebow's 6'3", and he's 255 pounds. I mean, that's a decent... that's like
a
fullback, halfback.
He's still in shape.
Yeah, he's still in shape. He just retired from baseball. He could still... I believe he could still play football. I do believe they're going to make him throw a lot of passes, though. Like the Philly special. I mean, this guy was one of the best quarterbacks of all time. It just sucks that he never really got a second chance. He barely played with the Jets. He was kind of promised the job, but Mark Sanchez got it.
Yeah, but I think he should have stayed. He should have stayed like
with Denver.
Denver under Manning, and then once Manning did his part of his time to shine, he'll be killing it right now. If he was under Manning's eye,
he would have a better career. Yeah, I don't know about killing it, but
than he did in the past. Yeah,
he was pretty good.
And yeah, I mean. Going back to the draft day, how do you feel about Aaron Rodgers and how he took the stage in draft day with him wanting out of Green Bay?
Well, I think it's a clear message that he's fed up with his time in Green Bay. You know, they drafted Jordan Love last year when they could have drafted a wide receiver in the first round. Or somebody useful to help their team in the first round. But they drafted a quarterback that didn't even start.
Who didn't even play a single game, like you said,
Yeah, he didn't. It's only his rookie year, and he didn't play. But, they drafted his replacement, it's obvious that they think they want him to retire soon.
Or because they don't want to deal with his contract too.
Yeah, he's got a lot of money in his contract too.
$25 million.
But I do think the way this is going to end, that Aaron Rodgers is going to play with the Packers because so many teams have they don't want to pay him that much money, and they have a bunch of they have fine quarterbacks. I feel like when you draft a quarterback in the draft, you get 3 or 4 superstars every year. Most of the teams have quarterbacks, or they just don't have the money for Rodgers, or he's not a good fit,
or they don't want to give up.
Yeah, they don't
how many first-round picks they want.
Yeah,
or how many
Green
picks
Bay
they
say
want.
they wanted 2 first-round picks if they were to deal with Rodgers out.
Which that's gonna be difficult, but you do want to know a fun fact about this?
What?
No Packers quarterback has played more than 16 years as a Packer.
Yeah, I saw that.
So this past year was Aaron Rodgers' 16th year.
Yeah.
Brett Favre only played 16, and
but I think he'll play at 17. I think he'll play
if he plays, because it doesn't seem like he's... Because I don't know if this was fake news, but I was reading something that he was meeting with the GM of Green Bay, and security had to break him apart.
Oh, they did?
I
did not hear about
that. I don't know if this is true, but it's what something over I read. That security had to break him apart. But Aaron Rodgers...
I don't know about that.
The draft...
They expected him... Because they expected him to have a terrible year or another down year.
They won
the 2 seasons he had down years. Those weren't even down years.
Yeah,
his touchdown to interception ratio was still pretty good, and he had winning records. Except that one season when they were 6-8-1. But that wasn't his fault. Well, I think the team was just a disaster.
It doesn't help that the Bears were good too, and the Vikings
this is going to help out the Bears organization.
And every Bears fan's blessed right now.
Yeah. So now we can get on with our draft grades. I only have a couple of draft grades for some teams. Mateo has all 32 teams. Mateo, do you want to start off with whatever team?
I'm just going to go in order pretty much of the first round picks. Yeah. So I'm going Jacksonville. I'm basing the grades off if they got their
If
team
they-
needs.
Yeah, they
that,
got their team
that
needs,
they're looking
made their
for.
team feel better.
So let's start with Jacksonville. I'm going with Jacksonville Jaguars. I give them an A. I'll give them an A plus. It did not go after a running back late in the first round. They did not need Travis. I don't know how to say his name. Travis Al Clemson.
Travis.
Etienne.
Oh, Travis Etienne.
Yeah, Al Clemson.
Yeah, he's for sure taking over Robinson's spot.
Robinson had a great year, like almost
Yeah,
rookie of
good.
the year.
And he was undrafted too.
Exactly, from Illinois State.
Now it's like they got his replacement already. This is gonna be his second year.
I know, like, I feel bad for the guy because Jaguars at A plus, but
Yeah.
I think they just want to have
They gave him an A+.
the bonding between Lawrence and
Yeah.
because they're teammates since college. So
Yeah.
so the Jets, I'm gonna give them an A minus because I mean I don't think Zach Wilson is as prepared as they say he is.
I think he's a little prepared, but I don't think he's going to do
Yeah,
well in that.
but I feel
he's
like
not a franchise quarterback.
Yeah, because he also played for a small school out of
He did. Utah.
BYU, yeah, Birmingham Young, and I mean,
They needed to address a lot more in their position.
but they did hit all their weak spots. Like they need more offensive line, but I feel like they really didn't need to trade up for the offensive line, where they could have got Travis.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say his name.
Travis Etienne? No.
Etienne, or whatever. Okay, for Jacksonville drafted. But I mean, they still hit. I feel like an A minus because they hit every single spot they needed.
Yeah, I feel like they missed out on defensive linemen, and that's what they really needed more. But they kept drafting a bunch of
Offense, because their offense has been suckish.
Yeah. But
Complete.
there's a lot of holes they need to adjust. So
Yeah.
I give them a B.
Go with the Niners. I feel like I give them a solid A, basic A. I feel like they made a good pick up with
Trey Lance.
yeah.
Trey
He's a
Lance.
young guy. He could wait a couple years with that team. Their team's young.
Their team is young, but Garoppolo has to prove himself this year. That's why they have Trey Lance.
Well, bring
Put in more competition.
more
See if they'll do
competition
better.
and more.
I give the Niners a B
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah, because I'll give them an A because they still hit like all the spots that they needed, but they
Yeah.
gave up a lot for Trey Lance, which I feel like if it was any other team, they probably would have gone lower.
Yeah.
He would have gone lower because
Yeah.
he's just young. He hasn't played many games in the NFL. I mean, and of course, none of them have in the NFL, but for college, he didn't play that many games. So he played like a single season
Yeah.
in the
He did.
And Falcons A minus. I feel like they didn't need a tight end.
I
But-
thought so too, but
but
apparently he's
Cal-
really good. Hayden Hurst. Is that the guy?
They drafted?
Yeah. I'm
No,
pretty
they
sure.
had Hayden Hurts.
Oh,
They drafted Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts. That's the guy.
No, but like Hayden Hurts is a solid tight end.
Yeah, he is a solid tight end, but
Which-
I feel like Kyle Pitts is like.
I feel like
Better.
I feel like he's not gonna play tight end. I feel like they're gonna trade Julio, and he's gonna be like the big guy that Julio was.
Julio is probably going to be traded sooner, but I think they're going to still use him as a tight end.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I give Atlanta an A.
Off to the Bengals, I give them a C.
Bengals.
A
I
C.
give them a B plus.
I give no. Okay, I'm being a little exaggerated. I give them a B minus, because they should not have drafted Jamar Chase. They did not need him at all.
They
have solid receivers.
do
Yeah.
have solid receivers. Now they have more weapons. I think this is actually going to help Joe Burrow in the passing game a little bit more, but they still need to upgrade on their offensive line. But they did draft a offensive guy out of
I give my
Clemson.
person Joe Burrow in his leg because without Penei Sewell, they can't
Yeah.
build around the offensive line.
That is true, but
He didn't get booty clapped like how he did before.
yeah, but they did upgrade a lot on their defensive line. Joe Burrow is still going to get sacked a lot, but they did draft a guy out of Clemson, Jackson Carman.
I mean, at least you know,
I give him
at
a B
least
plus.
he's prepared about the worst.
Yeah, at least they know.
Yeah, he's prepared about the worst because they're pretty much at the all-time low for offensive line.
Yeah,
And off to the Dolphins. I mean,
I give him an A plus.
I give them an A minus. They
They
had
upgraded
everything.
a lot.
They upgraded a lot. Receiver, they needed it. An old
Yeah.
teammate of Tua. They play in college together, which that connection is going to be very, very nice.
Yeah,
And they hit some
hopefully.
defensive line. And I felt like, too, they have faith in Myles Gaskin.
Yeah.
Like, Gaskin is a great player. He showed up in the end of the season.
He did.
Like, with Tiny's
But
not
they
injured.
upgraded a lot on their defensive line, and that's huge.
And that's what they
Great
needed
one.
because their secondary is outstanding.
Yeah,
With Xavier Howard and Byron Jones.
yeah,
Great secondary.
great secondary.
And, yeah. Detroit Lions, I give them a solid A.
Solid A.
They stole Penei Sewell in the 8th pick.
They did.
They needed an offensive line. They
Yeah.
needed him. I'm surprised he made that far, but
They
great pick
filled
up by the
some
Lions.
holes. I still think they're gonna be bad this year.
That's why I
course.
give them the A-.
I
They
give
need
them-
the
I
A
give them
solid
B
because
plus.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, Carolina Panthers. I give them a B. A B
Yeah.
minus, B minus, because they shocked everyone by going after that guy off South Carolina.
Yeah.
Like, everyone thought it would be the guy from Alabama, Patrick Surtain, but did they surprise it? I mean, they did need secondary,
They
but
did.
I felt like they could have addressed that in the second round or second.
Yeah, they
third
could have got
round.
that in the second round. They
Which
could have
they-
drafted somebody better.
I feel like they should have drafted who the Cowboys drafted, Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I feel like they should have drafted like a quarterback. That's just
Not
me, 'cause
that-
I don't have faith in Sam Darnold.
Not that early.
Or a wide receiver.
Oh well, they could give a Curtis. What did they go out the receiver later in the rounds?
They
A
did.
solid receiver.
Yeah, they did.
And yeah, they give him a B because they still hit the cornerback, but I didn't really feel like a definite need.
Yeah.
And off the Broncos, I give him a D.
Broncos. Yeah, they weren't.
They
didn't do
They
much.
did not need a cornerback. Their secondary is amazing.
Yeah.
They had
They're getting kind of old though,
But
but
they
they didn't need a quarterback yet.
no,
Corner.
but next year's free agency class is filled with solid corners.
Yeah.
And I mean, because they have Kyle Fuller, Ronald Darby,
They have-
Callahan,
Yeah, Callahan.
Kareem Jackson, Justin Simmons,
Yeah.
and
They're stacked with guys.
stacked with guys, but they feel like this guy's not going to play.
Yeah.
He has to compete because Kyle Fuller, former All-Pro, Justin Simmons, All-Pro, or was All-Pro, or close, Pro Bowler. All these guys are Pro Bowlers. And it's just going to be hard competition for that guy where he could have a better opportunity playing for other teams, like the Carolina Panthers, like the teams that needed him.
Let's go over the next game.
I mean, the Eagles, I give them an A minus. They picked a hit or miss prospect. Hopefully he's a hit because Eagles have been horrible luck with receivers.
Yeah, they have.
Horrible luck.
Their wide receivers are like good for 1 year and then like they
Yeah.
started to drop everything.
Yeah,
They're
no,
just- their
but
speed
this
is
guy's a
fast,
high Heisman Trophy winner.
But he went to the same college as Jalen Hurts, right?
Oh, for a year before Jalen Hurts transferred
Yeah.
to Oklahoma. But yeah, I give them A minus. They hit all their spots that they needed, hit some offensive line spots, and yeah, they made a good pick. Surprised us all, fans in Chicago. The Bears, I give them a solid A
Yeah, I give him an A too.
because they hit offensive line, which they really needed, and
They
they
did.
went after their franchise quarterback, as they wanted.
Yeah,
But
franchise for sure.
I feel like they gave up a little bit too much, in my opinion.
Yeah, they did.
Because the Cowboys,
But
but
it was worth it though.
it was worth it judging Justin Fields, but I'm just scared of how like the Ohio State's past quarterbacks sucked. In the NFL. JT Barrett sucked.
Let's
Gotta
say-
try out now. Sucked. Like Cordell
Yeah.
Jones, but this guy's different. I feel like Justin Fields is different though, because they had a really good. He's smart with the ball.
Yeah,
He beat out Trevor Lawrence in the
Yeah.
playoffs. He played amazing in the playoffs, or CFP playoffs.
yeah.
And yeah, I give and they went to Tevin Jenkins. They went through DB, which really needed. And yeah, I give him an A. Solid. Ryan Pace trying to save his butt.
Yeah, because this will be for sure his last year if he doesn't
Yeah.
get this right.
And going on to the Cowboys, I feel like they played the Eagles a little bit because all they
On
gave
the
up.
draft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I would ask for more compared to like what the
They
Bears.
switched picks, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they only gave up like a third-round pick overall, like because they gave them their first this year, and they swapped first-round picks and they got a third.
I believe somebody got something the Cowboys wanted though. That's why they did that.
Yeah, like, I think they're going after the guy Patrick Surtain.
Yeah.
That's his guy. But I mean, they still picked up a great linebacker, which I really
Yeah,
like.
help
a
out the
prospect.
defense.
Yeah, very. DeMarcus Lawrence can be a good mentor for him. Jalen Smith can be a great mentor for him. He can be
Yeah.
that right outside linebacker beyond Jalen Smith. And going on, Chargers A plus. They stole Asante
Yeah,
Samuel's
I'll give him an
second.
A.
They stole Asante Samuel's second round solid corner, because they're
He's a solid corner because their corners keep getting hurt.
and rolled. I mean,
yeah, they're getting.
and they have great
Casey Hayward's gone.
He's gone, but they have a great mentor for him. His father, Asante Samuel, Hall of Famer,
Yeah.
and Chris Harris Jr. Who
And
was
they
a former
upgraded
All-Pro.
on the offensive lineman
Which
too,
protect
I like.
Joe Burrow, because Joe Burrow, not Joe
Or
Burrow,
Justin Herbert.
not Mike D's lover,
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert.
They got Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern and Brendan James out of
Yeah.
Nebraska. I think those are solid starters and people that could help
Yeah.
Justin Herbert get more passing time.
And the Patriots, I'm going to be. They.
Yeah, I'm done with their drafts were like draft picks were like hit or miss.
Yeah,
Their quarterback Mac Jones, that was a decent pick, but like he's not starting
But-
material.
because like if Newton gets hurt, he's playing. But I feel like the offensive line is built for him because they're
Yeah.
built for Brady, the
Yeah.
offensive line. So I feel like he'll fit in that system perfectly once they get around good receivers.
Yeah.
Give him a couple years of rest, like a year of rest behind Newton for a year, and yeah, I think he'll have a decent career. He
He
won't
looks
be.
unathletic though.
All right, and yeah, Mac Jones. And they just
Mac Jones, yeah, he looks unathletic.
I mean, look at the picture of Brady. Like, if you see the picture of Brady, you see him just staying there. He looked so unathletic.
He did.
Like compare to Mac Jones and the Super Bowl.
Why are we looking? Wait, what? I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
So the Brady photo?
Oh, Brady.
All right, so check. Keep looking at the Brady photo. Kind of.
No, there's no Brady photo. So, Patriots, Mac Jones. He looks a little unathletic when he was walking down, and I've seen some pictures of him unathletic.
But he looks just like Brady when he was drafted. And Brady,
No, he looks bigger than Brady. Way bigger than
bigger than Brady, but still
And slower.
unathletic.
He's going to be okay. He's going to be okay when he's playing for the Pats.
But-
Because their offensive line's built for Brady, as you said earlier.
Brady, which he wasn't like a mobile quarterback, which fits
Yeah.
Mac Jones perfectly.
Yeah,
And yeah.
I give them an A.
So we're going to go over the first 16 picks, and then next episode we're going to go over the other 16 picks of our grades.
Yeah.
And so the Cardinals, I'm going to give them just a C plus.
C+? plus. I
I
feel like
thi-
they hit their holes.
They hit their holes, but they didn't pick the best guys out there.
Yeah, you're right.
Like they could have gone after like better overall guys.
They could have.
Like there's
Well,
plenty
like,
of
other teams
corners,
were, like,
offensive
slow.
line. They could have
Yeah.
gone after a bunch of other offensive line. They just need to make better picks.
Yeah.
And our last pick of the night, Oakland Raiders or Las Vegas Raiders. Sorry,
Yeah, Las Vegas Raiders.
I give them a D.
Yeah, they didn't do anything.
They did not need offensive
They
line.
didn't do anything in the first round either.
They should have went after a defense.
Yeah.
Someone leading defense. Maybe a receiver, but they did not need. They did not need their first
Todd
round
Gruden
pick.
didn't draft well in this.
He never.
He did
drafted
decent
well.
in his last draft.
Yeah, but
They got Josh.
I give him a D because.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for tonight for the show.
Yeah, that's it for tonight for the show. Be sure to check out some more QZ show and keep following us and tell people to follow us even more. Buy some merch, watch your episodes, and you guys have a good one.
And once we hit 100 subs, giveaway. $20 gift card of your choice and a free QZ shirt.
Free QZ shirt. I mean, I want that.
I mean, who doesn't? Tell
Yeah.
me. And yeah, have a good night.